was an unusual situation where the referee, Simon Hooper, was replaced by Tim Robinson during the game for an injury that, unfortunately, to Simon Hooper, an injury that he couldn't certainly carry on. It's really difficult as a fourth official because your role as a fourth official, you're more dealing with the managers and the abuse that you're getting from the technical areas, and having that mindset to switch to become the referee is a really difficult one, and because it very rare happens, so you're not really mentally ready for that situation because it's just a rare moment. But certainly when it happens, Tim Robinson needed to warm up. That's one of the most important things, because Tim Robinson is the last resort as a referee, because the two assistants are specialist assistant referees and not referees anymore. So the last recognised person would be Tim Robinson. So what you don't want is to have an injury immediately after Tim has entered the field of play, because people say, well, come on, why is the game getting delayed? But he needed to warm up correctly and be ready for the first moments of his game. So this was a moment. It's happened to me once before. I was an assistant referee, and assistant referees replaced the referee, and I was assistant referee at Barrow and Rushden and Diamonds. Rushden and Diamonds had just drawn with Leeds in the FA Cup, so they were going to play an important replay. So there was a lot of focus on the game. I was a young referee, an assistant referee, and I was asked to replace Clive Oliver, Michael Oliver's father, because he got injured after maybe 20 minutes of the game, and it was strange coming in. But what made my life easy was the first challenge was a clear yellow card, so it was one of them where I didn't have to worry. It was just so clear, and that set the tone that no players were going to go and commit these type of fouls, because I was going to punish them, and it made my game certainly easier. But it's not easy going in. You would prefer to be the main referee, and certainly it's not nice when a referee gets injured. But there was also a couple of big talking points in the game. Could have Cody Gakpo received a penalty kick? I've analysed this many times. Nathan Collins goes to make a challenge for the ball, and his leg is already planted. And I believe what Cody Gakpo does, he anticipates the contact. And while he anticipates the contact, Nathan Collins' leg doesn't move a second movement towards Gakpo's leg. And because he anticipates the contact, he jumps up. And as he jumps up, his arms go above his head. And that's normally one of the signs that referees are looking at. If a player naturally falls, he would automatically put his arms out to break the fall, because he's not expecting to fall. Very rare you see a situation where a player deliberately puts his hands in the air to break his fall. So therefore, this is one of the signs that referees look at if a player's certainly anticipating contact and trying to win a penalty kick. So sometimes referees don't get the praise they should. I think this is a very, very good decision. You'll have Liverpool fans complaining, of course, but for me, referees get a lot of criticism. But this was a very good decision, that you could analyse what had happened, and certainly didn't fall for the actions of Gakpo by trying to win his team a penalty kick. So this time, certainly referees getting the right call. There was another situation where Van Dijk certainly makes a clear challenge on the edge of the penalty area. It's a clear foul, and because the foul happens just on the line is a part of the penalty area, so therefore it was well within the rights for the referee to award the penalty kick. So this one was a little bit more easier because of the line, but because that line is a part of the penalty area, it would certainly always be given as a penalty kick.